guys, you're listening to another episode of Bronco Breakdown. Today's episode is our last episode of the semester, so I am here with everyone on the Bronco Breakdown team. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Because today is our last episode of the semester, today will be more of a chill episode where we'll talk about the podcast accomplishments over the semester. Let's start off with what everyone is excited for over winter break.
Okay, so I'll start off. This is Grace here, and although I'm not going anywhere for winter break, obviously, kind of because of what's been happening this year with the COVID-19, but I'm looking forward to celebrating Christmas with my family indoors. And you guys?
I agree with Grace. It's Kaitlyn here. And one thing I'm looking forward to is the traditions that we have every year, like gingerbread house decorating that my family and I do every year.
Yeah, this is Rachel, and I'm just super excited for like the Christmas spirit that just goes around. I mean, although it might not snow, let's hope for it. But that feeling where you get where you see all the lights and pretty like red and green, and then all the wonderful smelling like cookies and gingerbread, and it just is amazing. And I love Christmas.
Yeah, with the music and the lights. Oh my gosh, town looks so pretty, like around the holidays.
This is Anne here. Yes, I love just the holiday season in general. I love it. It's just so happy and festive. It's just so fun. And just like spending time with family and all that. I love it.
Hi, this is Alana, and I totally agree with Anna and Rachel what they were saying about the whole like vibes of the holiday season. It's always just so fun. And over winter break, I'm excited to just relax and spend time with my family and just enjoy the holidays.
Hi, it's Emily. I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is sleeping. I love my sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this Tiya. I'm super excited for making Christmas cookies, and I put up my tree in like September, but I'm really excited for there actually going to be presents underneath it. So that's exciting.
Thank you guys so much for sharing. So now I kind of want to talk about our favorite episodes throughout this semester and why we liked them, kind of like some of the behind the scenes stuff that we thought was interesting. So I'll start. So I really liked our latest episode. I think it's episode 6, where we do a college planning segment with the college counselors. And I just think that was like super fun to like be able to talk with them, because I think both of the college counselors, are very nice, and they're just like super knowledgeable, and like I would have no trouble reaching out to them. And I feel like my advice to anyone who's like questioning if they're going to reach out to them, just reach out to them. They're super nice.
Yeah, I agree with Grace. I think I found that that episode really interesting. I think one of my favorite episode segments was our debate for elementary, middle school, or high school. I think
I was gonna agree with that.
Yeah,
I think a fun episode.
I think it was really interesting and fun to see which side was better.
So that episode was with me, Alex, and Kaitlyn, and I just thought it was really fun because it did get a little rowdy and like we were pretty loud and yelling at each other, but that's what's fun about debating. Depending what subject, of course, but it was just like a lighthearted, fun argument,
I personally enjoyed the first episode where one segment we talked about helpful apps for school that no one talks about, and I thought that was a pretty great way to start off like the year, because I downloaded all those apps and like I use them like all the time, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with Tiya. Throwing it back to the very first episode, it was a classic. All those apps were really helpful. I also downloaded them, and it really helped me this semester, and I think I'll continue to use them next semester too.
I agree. And I remember from that same episode, the first episode, we were talking to Mr. McFall, and he was telling us his advice for students throughout all the grade levels. And we heard the best story about a family of ducks that came into the high school. I just thought that was so fun. It was such a like a um, lighthearted story for the episode. And I just thought that was so fun to hear about, because like that was something behind the scenes of the school, kind of, that's like, one of our next episodes we'll have to explain the tunnel system in the school, because that's really interesting too. We were in a group Bronco breakdown meeting when Mr. McFall, I think, like told us about this like tunnel system underneath the school. So we'll have to talk to him about that, because I did not know that existed.
I agree with Grace. I'm really excited for that episode. I think it'll be an interesting one.
Honestly, I think the episode that I think I'm most excited for this episode because it's more of just like a casual episode, and we get to talk about what we're gonna do over the holidays, some of like our favorite holiday things. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Like this one is just more chill and like casual and about like the holidays, which I love.
Yeah, I think like the conversational episodes are like the most fun, especially when we can like kind of relax a bit and we don't have to really rely on a script where it's like, if we're presenting something about a club like the Soul Buddies Club, that was so fun to talk about, but it's also very scripted, and some people like that, some people don't. So let us know what you guys like by following our Instagram. Shameless podcast promo. Follow our Instagram at Bronco Breakdown and tell us whether you like more conversational videos, or not videos, podcasts, or more scripted ones where we give you information about the school in more educational way.
Yes, on our Instagram, we actually just hosted a giveaway as well. So if you want to join our next giveaway, be sure to tune in and keep a lookout.
Another thing about our episodes, I really love doing interviews. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but just talking to people from our school. We talked to Jackie Corliss about getting into U of I, and we talked to Mr. McFall. We talked to Michaela Herr, the head of student initiatives at Santa Cora, and we also talked to, who else did we talk to? Oh, Mrs. Kirkorski. About the wellness center. Yeah, and those are really fun.
Mrs. Duffy, how to get an A in AP class. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was really informational.
Yeah, really helpful.
So when do you guys think is the best time to start listening to Christmas music? Because I think it's year round.
Yes, year round.
I think that's a little overboard. I think like,
yeah, I disagree.
December, like that's the holiday month, like, and January kind of. But I feel like I don't start listening to music, like holiday music, until like maybe November, after Thanksgiving.
I mean, I would say like August to March is a good time for me.
Mm-hmm. When do you guys stop listening to Christmas music? Never.
Well, that's a good question. I don't even remember.
I mean, it snows until like what, May?
Yeah, literally May.
But I think you could like, if okay, besides year round, I think you would stop like before Valentine's Day, like right before Valentine's, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That would be a good time.
Because I see how you guys. Go ahead.
What about movies? Like, do you guys have any favorite like holiday movies? Like, which one? Why don't we have a debate? I think we need a
Elf.
Elf, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Elf is the best Christmas movie.
Yes.
It's so good.
Well, actually, The Grinch comes in a close first or second for me, but the old version of The Grinch, not the new one.
Yeah, we've got the classics like The Grinch, Frosty the Snowman.
Elf.
Elf.
I love Home Alone. That's my favorite one.
Never seen that movie.
Don't get mad.
Emily, we have to watch that.
Either.
No, Emily
So
doesn't know.
good. I forgot about Home Alone.
I personally don't have a favorite Christmas movie. I just love watching all of them. Like, any
Hallmark
movie.
movies, like really? Oh my god, there's so many of those. I've watched a few actually. They're all the same plot.
I mean,
The-
well thought out movies are like good as well, like Elf and like all of those. But then on YouTube they have like free movies and like the Christmas movies and they're like little like chick flicks, and it's really fun to watch.
I wonder if like this year, like I know there's a lot of like animator YouTubers. Like I kind of want to see them like make a movie, just like animated movie. Obviously, that's gonna take a really long time, but I would love if that happened.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
What about songs? Do you guys have like a favorite song? Because I know this one's always a big debate because everyone thinks it's a different, favorite song. My personal favorite is "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" because it really gets me in that. I don't know. That song really gets me in the Christmas spirit.
Honestly, I think that the song that I've been listening to the most right now is Last Christmas by Wham.
Yeah.
I love that song, but there's always one that I I always remember leaving my grandparents' house and like this song would always be on, but I forgot what it's called. But I have to find it, but I'll find it. Give me just 2 seconds and I'll find it.
I agree with Emily. I think Last Christmas is a good song, but one of my personal favorites is like the classic "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I've always loved that. I've always like loved listening to it, and it's kind of like overrated now, but it's a good song.
Yeah, it's a little overplayed, but it's good. I mean, with whenever we were like little kids, and we would always like love that song. No, it's still iconic.
Yeah, like it's popular for a reason. It's really good.
I found it. So I remember always okay, so when I go over to my grandparents' house, there's always like a TV in another room that they just have on like a radio station. And so I remember sitting in my grandparents' living room with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree on while we're opening presents, and it's just so fun.
I remember that one. That's a really good one, but I just remembered what's that song like something ran over by a reindeer. Grandma
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I feel like that is a great one. Also, like I just love the silly Christmas songs about like there's another one that's like it's like all I want for Christmas is a hippopotamus.
Yeah.
And then
another good one is Do They Know It's Christmas? That's another good one.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. Mariah Carey came out with like a new Christmas song this year, right?
With like Ariana Grande and like some other people.
I mean,
those whistle notes. They harmonize whistle notes.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly what I was gonna bring up. That's like so crazy.
One question I want to ask you guys is, if you guys could like make a Christmas movie, what would it be about? Like just plan, like what would your story be?
Mine would probably be one of those like cheesy Netflix Christmas movies where just like
City girl goes back to her small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets this crazy calendar that
yeah. Or like travels into a snow globe or something.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I would do like some Christmas movie with like the main character is this girl who's probably a city girl, and then she like travels for winter break for some reason, but like she goes to these places and like all these crazy things happen, and like she went to Africa, she went to South America, she went to Australia, she went all these places, and everything just is like crazy. I feel like that'd be a good
I think I've seen a movie like that on Hallmark. But it was just one place
off of something. I just can't remember like if that's a real movie. I'm sure it is. It has to be.
there's tons of Christmas movies out there. I'm sure there's a Christmas movie for everything.
One cheesy one I recently watched was like one about where a guy wakes up like at the same wakes up every day in the same day, you know?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
movie. And I always found this really funny.
I watched a
What was it
Christmas movie
called?
just the other day.
It was called, I don't remember. It was about like this guy. And
Yeah.
then his like family didn't buy him a present and then ruined Christmas. I don't know. Stuff like that.
I watched a Christmas movie just the other day that's called Four Christmases. And that was the first time that I've ever seen it, and it was actually really good.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard good about that one.
It's really good. I mean, if you don't know what it's about this couple who has been dating for 3 years but don't want to get married because both of their parents are divorced and remarried. And so they lie to their parents every year about where they're going because they don't want to go to 4 houses. But then this year they get their plane gets like grounded because of like fog and stuff, and they get shown on like TV, so then they have to go around the houses, and it's just awkward. And yeah, it was a good movie though.
Yeah, so
What movie I like, it's kind of like the song Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, like the movie. That movie, it's just really silly and fun. I would always watch that as a kid.
oh my gosh, I can't imagine that song as a movie.
Okay, one of the okay, sorry, I love Christmas movies. Another Christmas movie that is like the bomb is Santa Claus, but like the Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3. Those are so good. Oh my god, I love those. So
Those
good. That
my
the
favorite.
song reminded me of that. They're so good. I love those ones.
Yeah, those are some of my favorites. Like I always watch those every year.
Yeah, and I just like remembered something I was gonna bring up earlier. Like when I was a kid, I used to love those Disney animated like holiday specials. So it's like um Donald Duck or something where he's like celebrating Christmas. It's so weird, but I love it because like I love all those characters.
There's like the one where like it's Donald Duck and like his three like the little ducks, and then they like ship themselves to Santa Claus or something. I really that one is funny.
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas classic. I got 2 Christmas classics. One, The Polar Express. I watch that
Yes.
movie every
Yeah.
year. I watch The Polar Express every year. And 2, the Charlie Brown Christmas one.
Yeah.
That one's I also watch that one every year with my family.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that's going on are Christmas performances. Like Madrigals is performing tonight. We have a feast. I know Rachel and I did a performance, Baby It's Cold Outside, for our choir open mic night, which is fun. So
Yeah, I'm excited to show people that because it's, I mean, we add a lot of comedy into it, and it's a little cringy, but you know, that's what the Christmas is about. It's a little cringy and a little fun, you know?
Yeah, like around the holiday season, it's always like there's so many fun events around the holiday season, and that's not stopping with BHS. There's so many, like I know by the time this comes out, like I think that Winterfest, is it called Winterfest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winterfest has already ended, but that just happened like this weekend. So that's really fun.
There's a lot of other light shows like around this place. Like I know Six Flags, like it's entirely closed, so they like converted the whole thing into like a drive-through light show, which is
That's
really
so cool.
cool. So you guys should go see that.
Yeah, also like in the city with like there's a bunch of things in the city, like especially like the botanical gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I didn't double check this, but I'm pretty sure Lincoln Park Zoo always does something around the holidays, like with crazy amounts of lights. So that's kind of fun to do.
Guys, kind of bringing it back to the podcast, I just want to say that like I'm really proud of us for like this semester, just for one, getting through just the school year and like getting all our work done and just school in general. And also for like the podcast. Like we've been working really hard on this and we've been having meetings and working on it. And I just want to say that we should all be proud for what we've done and the work that we've created.
Oh, that's so sweet, Rachel. Yeah, I agree. It's been so fun to do this with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I also want to thank our listeners for listening, and I hope that you guys enjoy. And if you have any suggestions, you can always email us or drop a comment on our Instagram page.
Our email is broncobreakdown@gmail.com.
And I just want to say to everyone, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or just a Happy Holidays.
That's all for this episode of Bronco Breakdown. See you in 2021. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.